This is Cara from Scarab Tarot with a general reading for Thursday, June 12th, 2025, using the Scarab and Dahlia Tarot. It's a deck I feel immediately felt a great affinity for. And the spread that I'm going to use today is for Moon Mama Oracle. It is specifically about current events. She's calling it the Full Moon Resistance Spread. Interesting. Okay. And it is a 7-card spread. So first of all, I have to see if I can fit these. I'll see. I will have to lay these out different from the way she had them. So my role to represent, card to represent my role in current events. What do I need to reflect on as we move forward? How can I use the full moon to help grow into my role? And my stand keeps shifting. What advice do I need for handling potential conflict? Yikes. How can I keep my energy when it becomes difficult? How can I honor my grief as we move forward? And advice from my guides that I may need. Pull these out. I like large cards, but they do fill up my screen space. Oh, so that's encouraging. Oh, a card to represent my role in current events. Whatever my role is, I have all the tools at my disposal that I need to be able to handle things. That can be a blessing or a curse, depending on what it is that you have to handle. My role is to keep a flame burning. My role is reflected sunlight. As a senior caregiver, it's in a rural area, it is very hard for me to take much of an active role. And I do kind of see this as interesting to raise my hand and keep a flame burning. And also to bloom where I'm planted. Interesting. Okay. And this is general reading, so those same things for you, if they apply to you. What do we need to reflect on as we move forward? The Two of Cups. We need to reflect on those people in our lives who are kindred spirits, who we feel great affinity for, that we trust implicitly, because we know that we can depend on them. The Two of Cups. Not necessarily people that we actively choose, but people that just feel like they have come into our lives because they've been chosen for us. How can I let the full moon help me grow into my role? This is the card of home and legacy and family, and that, as a senior caregiver, that is my role. Solidifying the home, um, carrying on, carrying on. Um, it's frustratingly not a very active role, but um, what advice do I need for no, how can I use the full moon to help me grow into my role? The full moon will help me create a place of love and support and affection for an extended friends and family circle. Um, what advice do I need for handling potential conflict? Now, interesting. I have kept both death cards in this deck. To me, the other deck is more about the mystery of death, the darkness. This is about the universality and the timelessness of death. That death is just a step um, on, in the ongoing cycle of time. Yes, because this card even has several indications of time here. So this is more about our personal time and our ability to let go and fly. What advice do I need for handling potential conflict? Clocks can also mean patience, which I was just saying it's hard for me to be in a kind of static place where I can't participate much, but patience, waiting for the proper time, and at that time to burst forth and fly when needed. How can I keep up my energy when it becomes difficult? And this is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about that time when everything is in place to finally go ahead and burst forth because the plans have been made, things are in place, and it's time to set out. So the way to keep your energy when things become difficult is to be aware that you are in preparation for this time, that that this time is on the horizon. But since this card is in the position of keeping your energy, um, this is telling you that just again patience, time, bloom where you're planted. This is telling you that this is your period of preparation and to be alert, as this character is very alert, looking forward, but to wait. How can I honor my grief as we move forward? The King of Swords is about ownership of your intellectual capacity, your thoughts, your communications. You can honor your grief by communicating it. And again, we have sort of ancestral images here again that ties to this, and honoring your ancestors, the people that have gone before. And again, kind of a timeless aspect that ties in with this about trying to see yourself and the people around you within the larger scheme of what fits into time and the grand scale. And advice, my spirit guides think that I may need. Interesting. One of my favorite cards, and this is a beautiful representation of it. The Seven of Coins. I always consider this to be that moment when you're in the middle of gardening, when, as I've said before, that moment when you have a moment to rest and to appreciate your achievements and also regroup and see what needs to be done. Here again, patiently waiting as the sheep graze. Um, Sheep may safely graze. I think that fits in here somewhere. Um, that has again to do with patience and waiting. This is not a card. This is not a day. This is not a reading for just jumping on every bandwagon and jumping into the fray. This is all about planning, waiting, um, seeing what has been set into action before, being ready when you need to be, and knowing the right moment when it's ready to need to be, but also making sure that what you're doing fits into your long range plans uh, in the best possible way to honor these aspects, knowing that you have support of like minded people. The Full Moon Resistance Spread by Moon Mama Oracle. I hope this is meaningful to you. I think this is a deeply meaningful spread. I'm very grateful to her for having created this, and um, this is something she can do, from where she is just create a spread that helps people to work through and think through with their cards what may be the best thing for them to do in these difficult times. I'm Kara from Kara Tarot. Be aware, be woke,